folks, welcome to the channel. I'm Don, this is Rockin' the Country. I'm looking forward to this, I always am, but first, well, Jacob Herricks made a gift to the channel, so Jacob, shout out to you, my friend, thank you. Jacob's down in Texas, he's got a green hauling and harvesting business, and I'm wearing a hat. Harvest Moon Farm, sometimes they say it Harvest Farm Moon, which makes no sense, but Harvest Moon Farm. My friend Heather, who I went to kindergarten with, she's got the largest forestry management company in the state of New Jersey. And she's got a farm up in New Hampshire. She cans all her own food. She's a complete outdoors person. Her holy space is to like put a tent on her back and go out in the woods by herself for 10 days. This kind of outdoorsy thing. And so I wore this hat in your honor because you're outdoors as well doing grain hauling. It's different lines of work, but there are some similarities there too. But anyway, Gulf Coast time. And those of you who are new to the channel and those of you who've been around, I'll remind you anyway, Jacob's down in Texas. He loves his Texas artists. He's introduced a lot of us, including me and a lot of us here, to a lot of artists we wouldn't have been introduced to. Here we go. This is a gift request for Roger Creager. And I've done a number of Roger songs, mostly courtesy of you, Jacob. So thank you again for that. Here we go.
The pride of Corpus Christi, Texas, Mr. Roger Creager, may very well be giving a tip of the old cowboy hat to his hometown with our first live performance on today's episode. It's the title cut from his 2016 record, Gulf Coast Time. Here's Roger's take on the song.
Yeah, well, the new record's called Gulf Coast Time. I mean, the song itself, it's a song about a guy who gets his heart broken and goes to the coast, never says where. But he's just on a boat, he's fishing, he's drinking a little something with lime in it. It never says what it is. But he's not gonna go back to the real world until he's dang good and ready. You know, I'm hoping to kind of capture the vibe of the sand between your toes and the sea air and the spray and that just, you know, the kind of thing that, you know, as soon as you get out of your car and you feel that, where every single Jimmy Buffett song just suddenly makes sense. That's the kind of vibe that I want people to feel when they hear the song.
All right. He seems like a good dude, Roger. Like he could fit in anywhere type of guy. Going for the Jimmy Buffett vibe.
I like the way salty warm breeze feels as I make another cast with this old riding reel. Sounds like things are going well from the tone of your letter. Am I doing okay? I guess you could say I'm keeping my head above water. On the deck of this old saltwater lady dancing across the waves. The seaside world slows down to an idle, and the sun sets red over Copano Bay. You moved on with your life from California. I'll move on with mine. But sometimes things take a little longer here on Gulf Coast time.
Feel the Jimmy Buffett in it.
It's nice just getting back to the simple thing, like the taste of fresh key lime in my drink. Took that watch you gave me, tossed it about a mile offshore. It's just another anchor around me, weighing me down that I don't need anymore.
Could have sold it.
This old saltwater lady dancing across the waves. The seaside world slows down to an idle, and the sun sets red over Copano Bay. You moved on with your life in California. I'll move on with mine. But sometimes things take a little longer here on Gulf Coast time.
Jacob, do you make it to the coast? I'm not sure where you are for some reason, I'm thinking San Antonio, but maybe not. Maybe but where you are in Texas, you may be much further north than that, but I'm not sure. But do you make it to the coast? And if so, is he saying Copano Bay? I can't quite make out the name of the bay, but in any case, just out of curiosity, if you're able to make it to the coast. I'm in Jersey, and so I'm not that far from the ocean, and I make it to the ocean. Not frequently, but even though I'm only an hour away, I could be there in a half hour, depending on the beach. But anyway, here we go.
And I know I'm getting better with every breath of ocean that I breathe in, and my soul gets stronger every moment I spend on the deck of this old saltwater lady, dancing across the waves. The seaside world slows down every night, and the sun sets red over Copano Bay. Moved on with your life in California, I'll move on with mine. But sometimes things take a little longer here on Gulf Coast time. Sometimes things take a little longer here on Gulf Coast time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he just seems like an endearing type of dude, like a nice, friendly guy. As a performer too, he's got a warmth to him. He went for the Jimmy Buffett vibe, and he got it. Not just because it had to do with, the water, but Jimmy Buffett's songs are deep. And this song as well was deep. This is just a song about finding yourself. One of the things that happens when a relationship breaks up, well, first, when you get into a relationship and you're in it, you've given up part of yourself purposely, because you can't just lead the single life with this person in your life. There are compromises, as we know, and you just make compromises to make the union work. So you're not going to go out and just party all the time with your buddies and just come on home and then have the advantages of having a woman there. Or the women aren't going to do whatever they do and they come home and have the advantage of having a guy there. You do things together. You like these TV shows. You like your toothbrush on that side. You like this kind of pillow. Like all these decisions. Then when that's gone and it breaks up, and what you're trying to do in your quote-unquote recovery isn't just get over the grief of a relationship that broke up. You're trying to refigure out who you are. And I'm actually writing a book on that right now from a different standpoint, but I'm almost 200 pages into it. I started it about 8 or 9 weeks ago, and it's very much on this topic about knowing who you are, and even through the tough times, it will help you get through the tough times when you know who you are. In any case, this song just made me think entirely about that while he's down there, every breath of warm ocean air, I think he said he's getting better with every breath, that he's finding out or rediscovering or maybe finding for the first time who he is. And I went through that through my divorce. When it was done, I had to figure out who I was again, because I gave up a lot to be part of the marriage. And then when that's gone, it's like, all right, who am I? What do I believe in? Not theologically, that plays a part in everybody's life on some level, but what do I believe in as far as how do I want to live my life and who I am? So that was a good one, Jacob. I'm going to rate this one, and the number that popped into my head was a 9.0. And the drummer was enjoying himself. He was embellishing a little bit, and that was fun to see. But they just seemed to be enjoying themselves up there on stage too. So, have you seen Roger perform, Jacob? I'm gonna guess you have, because you get around. So, and hopefully, when you make it to the coast, you're with somebody you love, not recovering from somebody. So, I wish that for everybody, but we know how that goes. No guts, no glory. Messes show that life is being lived, including romances that go south. So, all right, folks, you can thank Jacob for that one. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video and keep rocking the country.